Flight in Wuthering waves is game-changing and makes exploration extremely fun. Here's a quick guide and some tips and tricks before you get started. First off, you can unlock flight utility shortly after arriving in Renacida through the first few parts of the new main story quest. Once you get it, open the utility section on the second page of the main menu to equip the flight. Now you can press T or your designated utility button to fly in Renacida. To begin flying, you can simply jump off small ledges like this one and press T instead of always finding a tall cliff or buildings, which is super nice. Holding the up key won't let you fly higher, but instead you must press your dash button and hold the up direction to boost yourself high into the sky. Now you must be wondering whether you would take damage from landing or not, right? Well, you can even crash into the floor or cliffs and come out unscathed like this one. Now that you've nailed down the basics, here are 10 tips and tricks for flying in Renacida. Starting with number 1, if you can't find a tall enough ledge to initiate flight, you can always use your grappling hook and then switch into your flight utility from the ground. This is very helpful when you are on a flat piece of land or just want to fly around instantly. Number 2, the flying system in this game uses a new green stamina bar that is different from your normal stamina bar. You can actually increase the flight stamina bar by reaching 25% exploration in all of your new regions, giving you an additional 80 flight stamina. Moving on to the next important tip, your stamina doesn't restore while you're gliding, but you can fly indefinitely if you manage to take advantage of the Wingray spread across the regions. So if you're ever running low on flight stamina, grappling towards the Wingray will replenish this bar and launch you straight back in the air, and you can rinse and repeat this over and over and stay in the air indefinitely. Moving on to the fourth one, if you find yourself running out of flight stamina, you can search for nearby walls or cliffs to restore flight stamina by latching onto them. As you can see here, my stamina is replenishing very fast by just hanging onto this wall. As for the fifth tip, you can also accelerate when flying by pressing your sprint button, but doing this will consume stamina at a faster rate. It's very useful to boost up and zoom straight up if you do decide to launch yourself from a flat surface. Doing so will save you from crashing straight back down. One of the biggest downside of the flight system is sharp turns. It's almost impossible to perform sharp turns unless the wind direction is in your favor. So to get by this, just press the jump button while you're in the air and you will transition into your glider. Then activate the flight in the direction that you want to quickly turn to. Did you know Carlotta has an exclusive passive? By including her in your exploration team, she will reduce the flight stamina consumption by 20%, letting you fly for longer periods of time. Now this is a bigger tip. Are you stuck in water? No problem. Use the grappling hook and then flight. Just make sure you boost yourself high so that you don't come crashing down on the water again. Moving on to the next tip, when you're flying, pressing up does nothing. To get by this, you would have to weave down and then up to increase your momentum and height. You're pretty much weaving down and up like a dolphin flying in the sky. Alternatively, you can just accelerate up, but that consumes your flight stamina faster. Lastly, if the controls are bothering you and you're used to playing Flight Simulator, if you go to the options screen shown here, scroll all the way down and you can invert your up and down directions while flying. This is very helpful for those that are used to piloting airplanes and stuff in other games. As for another bonus tip, if you think you'll be flying for a long time, you can buy food that decreases your flight stamina consumption by 15% for 30 minutes. Stack that on top of Carlotta's 20% passive, and you get almost staying for much longer. You can also craft the food easily with just basic cooking recipe materials. What do you guys think about the flight system in the latest update? Did it turn out the way you thought it was or expected? Be sure to let me and the community know if you got some more secret tips you'd like to share with your fellow adventurers. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Other than that, this is your brother, Steparu, out.